Yeah, we are on.
Okay, so good evening. Welcome to the first episode of Coffee Conversations. And today we have Mr. Sunil Khatri with us. He's a digital marketing expert and he's helping a lot of people across the mainland BC. And so let's get some good nuggets from him. So, hi Sunil, how are you?
Thank you, Bhuvan. Thank you so much for inviting, and I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing really well. I was looking forward to having this meeting so that I can learn a little more about how to, set up my profile on Facebook.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, let's start it.
Okay.
Okay, so I think based on our conversation, so I'll touch some of the points which I see. Some people they have really good converting profile, and some uh, they do some mistakes. So I'll go in detail for each element. So let's start with the your picture, display picture. So you know this is, we are using the desktop right now, but think about this. Most of the people access Facebook from their mobile phone.
Right.
So if this picture is actually, say, for your full, there should be only a headshot. uh, Suppose if there's a picture which is of your full length. I mean, it's not visible who this person is, like, on mobile. When this picture becomes very tiny, it's very difficult to figure out who this person is. So always go with the headshot. Headshot which is kind of clear. People can see and recognize you. um, Good to have a clear background or a blurred background. I mean, this background, so which is white in this case. um, yeah, I mean, so this is, just like your business. Most of the, and I'm talking because I'm into marketing, and then most of the people in Lower Mainland, they use Facebook heavily for businesses. So that's about the picture here.
Right.
Then comes your this Facebook banner, which is behind your picture.
Right.
And this is also, again, you need to see what's your objective. um, some people, they would have something personal, which is fine. Family picture, dogs, cat, or their own pictures. But if you are, I mean, look at your target audience. Who is your target audience? Say, for
Right.
example, I'm into marketing, and
Mhm.
I'm going to change this soon. If I'm into marketing, I would have a banner which can explain who I am, what do I do, and who can I help,
Right.
right? So you see here, I help businesses get new clients, and this is the call to action. This is the website. So
Mhm.
something similar here, I should have,
Mhm.
uh, defining, clearly defining who am I, and what can I do for you. So that's the second piece.
So
Uh,
sorry to cut you in between,
so
but what exactly is call to action?
Oh, so sorry. uh, so call to action means, like, say, for example, if I want to say that I help businesses get new clients using marketing and automation. So what can they, like, how they can reach out to me, or what can they do to learn more about this statement.
Right.
So, like in this case, for example, this link is the call to action. I want them to click on this link and go to my landing page. So
Okay.
similarly, since it's a graphic here, so you may have same thing here. Um, get new client, I mean, the website, or phone number, or anything where you want your audience to reach out to you.
So am I right if I say that call to action is something that makes a person interact with your profile?
Yeah, absolutely. So if it was a business page, for example, Facebook gives you. Let's open a business page. Sorry, it's pretty a little slow. So on business page, Facebook gives you more features.
Right.
Since today we are just talking about the personal profile. So here you see this WhatsApp. Uh,
Yep.
so, and when I click on view as a page visitor, so this is what a visitor would see. So that they can either click on Messenger or WhatsApp. So this is a call to action. In this picture, the website is call to action. Of course,
Okay.
you can't like click and go there, but that's why I've written it.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, coming back, hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, it was. Yeah. So basically, anything which makes a person do something on my profile is a call to action.
Yeah,
So it
absolutely.
can be clicking to get to me on WhatsApp, Messenger, or maybe go onto my website.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
So next comes your introduction part.
Hmm.
So this is, I've used kind of bold and capital words because I really want to focus. This is my headline.
Right.
I mean, just in one line, not a paragraph, not too many things, just one line. What do I do, and who do I help?
Correct.
Like what do I do for my target audience? So
Correct.
I help businesses get new clients. Of course, I can elaborate and go in, like make this line longer, but I wanted to keep it like short and simple. And how? So just click here and get to know.
Okay.
So that's your bio. This
Right.
link, unfortunately, it doesn't work on your mobile phone, but it works on your laptop
Okay.
or like desktop. So very important. Um, Next is your details.
Hmm.
So here you'll see, sometime, people have too many things. If they had like say 20 jobs, they would actually put 20 jobs. It's too much for your audience to kind of digest and like figure out like where to click if they want to learn more. Like if somebody wants to learn more about Mashroom marketing, but I had like say 20 more list like I was part of 20 more companies, so it
Right.
will be lost.
Right.
So better to keep very like just few and which are important. Like right
Basically,
now,
basically it's not LinkedIn, it is Facebook.
yes, exactly, exactly. And on Facebook, the attention span time is pretty less.
Correct.
So, so I keep only current. Okay, I this is my company, and this is a part of I'm part of network too. Uh, so these just current engagement, I keep it here. Uh, Third one is like where do I live? The reason I keep it here is when people are visiting your profile and say they are from your city and they were looking for someone like you who can help businesses get new clients, and they're from the same city, so most likely they're gonna connect with you and or maybe ask some questions. So good to have this. Of course, Facebook gives you more options like, okay, what is your town home, like a hometown, sorry. So I don't keep it for the same reason. I don't want to have two cities listed and then confusing. So less is better nowadays.
Right.
So, and then Facebook gives you options to kind of link your external links. So, for example, this is my YouTube. This is a Facebook group we have for business owners, and this is my website. So, I've just kept these three, and you can use Bitly link to define what they are. And website is pretty straight. So, very important. Again, if you have like 10 websites, don't put all of them. Uh, Again, you have to see like where do you want these people to go. Like for example, if you're a YouTuber, so just put YouTube. Don't put anything else. If you are, if your focus is on Instagram, you want to grow your Instagram, and you're using Facebook to grow your Instagram, then just put Instagram, and so that there's only one call to action. Because once people click and go to some other website or some other app, most likely they will not come back.
Right.
Right. So keep less as possible.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So what about the picture that I see over there, the accelerate your business? It looks quite prominent. And what is that? If you can shed some light on that.
Yeah, sure. So this is called a featured photo. And
Okay.
then initially it was only one, but
Hmm.
nowadays Facebook has given like more options. You can have actually, I think, 9 pictures.
Okay.
I think one was better. So, but I guess they're just kind of making it like stories, like multiple, pictures. So again, I have kept only one because I just want to focus on this, like what do I
Right.
do and how to reach out to me. One other thing you can do is when you click on the picture, you can put your link here.
Okay.
So it becomes hyperlink and people can reach out to you if they want to. So
Looks good. So
again, this is
is this visible on mobile also?
it is visible. It used to be visible in the similar like format, but now they have changed the format, so it doesn't look that big. But I've still kept only one.
Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. So I've always had this question, and I keep on thinking if you can shed some light on this. There are some people whose stories keep on coming on my feed, while there are others, even friends I have from school, who have just disappeared. And when I go onto their profile, I see them having activity on the profile. But why does this happen?
So it's the population on Facebook has exploded, right? So uh, of course it started from US and then it went to other countries, and of course India. It just exploded. But now, since we like so many pages, maybe a few hundred pages, and excuse me, few hundred pages, and then also we are friend with maybe 1,000 or more people. It's difficult to see uh, everyone's feed. So they have an algorithm where if you're engaging with people, and especially in your local area, or people you engage with them more often, like two-way, or you engage or they engage with you, either way. So that you're gonna see those posting more. So they want to see like, okay, since you have engaged with this person, so you may engage with this person too, or since you engaged with this person in the past, you will engage with this person again. So that's why you see those posts from similar people in your news feed at the top.
So, so that means the next time a person you're prospecting accepts your friend request, you should start engaging with their posts.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole idea about Facebook, right? I mean, you want to connect with your target audience and engage with them, else they'll be lost. You won't see their feed and they won't see your feed. So what's the point in connecting?
Correct, correct. So, how about it? What are the common mistakes you see when people while using Facebook? What in networking when people are networking on Facebook? What are the common mistakes you see?
So, one of the things which I see all the time, here, so say you're into business and
Right.
you use Facebook primarily for business,
Mm-hmm.
not for personal, because probably you've added, 5,000 people.
Correct.
So, and of course, they're not your friends. So most probably you are using it for business. And I
Right.
see here like self-employed.
Correct.
So self-employed doesn't say anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's like too vast. It's a type of like business or whatever you do. So it would be nice if we can say exactly what you do. Say, I mean, I actually had this like digital marketing expert here before,
Mm-hmm.
but since I have this headline here more prominent, I changed that to founder. But if I didn't have this here, then I would definitely put like exactly what do I do here instead of founder. So clearly defining who you are, like what do you do, and where do you do this, like which company, and I mean people make these pages and they are not even linked with their profile. Like so, linking means right now in this profile I've linked the Meshroad marketing page and the Western Business Network marketing page network page with my personal LinkedIn.
Right.
Sorry, Facebook. Why I'm going to LinkedIn? So this
That's a
way,
talk for another episode.
yeah, absolutely. So this way, if they want to learn more about Meshroad or Western Business Network, they can click here and then go to those pages, and you're also driving traffic to these pages. But if you just put self-employed or my own business, I've seen that too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my own boss, I've seen that too. So, and then of course, sometimes there's no city visible. There's no harm in having these things like publicly available, not like in a closed profile. Because of course, if you've added 4,000 or 5,000 people, you want to, you are here for business, and it's good to have those publicly. So the best way is you click on edit details, and if you you use this check mark, and probably let me see if I click here. Yeah, here. So when you hover your mouse here next to the job, you'll see public, and you have option to edit and make it private if you want.
Yep.
But best is to keep these things public if definitely if you want to show people what you do.
Correct. Sounds
Yeah, that's
good.
that's one. And there's another one I definitely would like to talk. So you might have seen that, like people. So you add someone, or they add you.
Yeah.
Mostly when they add you.
Mm-hmm.
You send them a message. Hey, thanks for adding. Either how can I help you, or good to meet you, or whatever, right?
Right.
And then you see there's no response.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see, like after a few hours, you get a page like request. Please like my page, right?
That happens quite often.
Yeah, but that's see, this is the biggest mistake, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you ignored my message on the messenger, you are hurting your own algorithm, because you're telling Facebook you are not responsive to your audience, your friends. That's number one. Number two, when, of course, if you if you didn't reply to my message, I will not like your page. I mean,
right.
I would like to, but of course, why would I?
Correct.
I won't like your page, and even if I like your page, I will not engage with it, because you didn't engage with me when there was an opportunity. So having likes like me who will not engage with your page, and that's too in like hundreds, you are actually hurting your algorithm. Now you're telling Facebook that all these people on my page, they don't engage with me. So Facebook thinks you don't create good content on your page, and they just rank you down.
Correct.
So that's one of the biggest mistakes. So and just common sense if you use. So you connected with someone so that you can engage and do whatever, right? So the person is right in front of you. Like it's one-to-one conversation happening on Messenger, which is private, which is just one-to-one live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk to the person. Right.
That are some very good golden nuggets we are getting over here right now. So the last question I have is so what I've seen with most of my colleagues, as well as in other industries, is that a lot of time people ask a question about recommendations in a Facebook group. And more often than not, what happens is a lot of people comment on that, right? So if I am a person giving a service, how can I differentiate myself from the other people replying to the same message?
That's a great question. And I've seen like maybe sometimes 50, 100 comments under that post. And I don't know how this person gonna go through all these comments.
Correct.
The person who is asking. I think the best is, look at the trend, what everybody else is doing. Probably they are just commenting, putting their, Facebook page link or website link, or they're recommending someone else. So it's all text based. And then you will see maybe you'll see like Giphy or Jiffy people using. That is good too, just kind of being like doing something what other people are not doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the best would be like have a video introduction, introduction video for yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Just shoot a video from your phone and then post it in the comments. Hey, I am so and so, and I'll be more than happy to help you with this situation. So you're like this. Like think about it. So you say, okay, you comment, hey, I can help you, right, with this question or query or problem. And now this person has to, connect with you on the messenger, most probably, or call you, and then understand what do you do, and if you can help. And if this person has 50 to 100 messaging, comments going on, most probably this person will not reach out to all of them. So the best is,
Correct.
you make that introduction video and put it in the comments. Now that the introduction part is over, the person already know you, and they can just, you are standing out of the crowd, and most probably this person will engage with you and then go with you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Sunil. It was a pleasure having you over here, and I think I would have to go and repeat this video again to get everything back onto my mind and make my profile start optimizing now. So anyone who is watching this on the group, how can they reach you?
Yeah, absolutely. They can reach out to me. Go to my landing page, getnewclients.io, or just give me a call, 604-780-1149.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Sunil.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Boone. It was really nice. It was a good coffee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.